Good morning, brothers. Welcome to A Brown Bag Gentleman. My name is Scott, and let me take a quick sip of coffee. Yes, get the day started here. Today's shave is going to be with a legend. This is the Gillette Black Beauty, and this is like a 60s vintage razor. Butterfly doors open up. I'll show you that. Got my blade. What do I have a blade in there? Oh, Gillette Silver Blue I have in there. It's my classic favorite. It's my all over favorite blade. So yeah, I use it a lot. But let me close those doors. And once it's closed, you get to quarter, like it like tightens down for like quarter turn. And it has, of course, the adjustable settings. Oh, let's see here. That's just showing the adjustment. Oh, and that's a tick too high for me. I tried to see, that is like setting number 8 right now, 8 out of 9. And I used that in my last shave. Thought it was just a tick too much, but I wanted to try it because I hadn't been used it that much in a while. So of course I have to open the door, or you have to at least loosen it. But I'll open it just to make sure, just to show you, yes, it has been loosened. Now I just simply turn it back one click. Don't know if you heard that, but yes, the Gillette's click. None of the modern razors that I've seen yet click like the old Gillettes do. Just a nice touch. I like that. So hopefully that's a 7 now. 7 is what I like on this razor. Various blades, this goes with the Fat Boy, the Slims, all that. All these Gillette adjustables. 7 is my number. That's what I like. But yeah, but I've got an old, thick, gray beard, so it's a little tougher, what have you. Once it went gray, it went tougher. It did. So before that, so I'm still back in my 40s when I still had color in my hair, mostly. then it would have been a lighter setting for me. But yeah, that's why I use a heavier setting. So look, that's all snugged down. Make sure it's all looks even. I'm just double checking that. Oops. Still, I just shaved the back of my neck with it here too, so I didn't dry that off well. But yeah, in fact, let's give that a little rinse here, just to get rid of some of those little tiny whiskers from the back of my neck. See, the back of the neck is all smooth. And I'll show you that on top. I was experimenting this morning with a straight razor as well on my neck. I pulled out my old, was it dollar store, whatever. Let me pull it out here. I've got a couple. I've got a really nice Dovo Bismarck that's kind of sits in a drawer. It doesn't come out much. And here's my little dollar. It was a dollar one here. So the classic little, what does it say? Dollar something or other. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Let me tip the light so you can see if you can see that. There we go. So yeah, there we go. So that's that one. And I started off with that in the back of the neck. Of course, my back to the mirror, holding a hand mirror and going down. And I found it actually quite easy to use. In fact, I found it easier to use than my normal method of using whatever safety razor I've got and doing that and going up with it. Because what I did is, of course, I went down. And the reason I did that, I tried that because a week and a half or so ago, when I was still up in New Hampshire, I went and got my hair cut before the funeral I went to for family. And the lady there, Paige was her name, and at Checkers in Raymond, New Hampshire. So, Paige, thank you for the haircut, by the way. I really appreciate that. You really like the job you did. And we really like the way you used that shavette on the back of my neck. And she put a little cream on there and went just straight down with it. She didn't do up and then she went straight in. And it worked well. The back of my neck is not as sensitive as areas like underneath the nose or right here. It's not like that. It's more like cheeks, and it's not quite as sensitive. So I can do things like that. And typically I don't even use shave cream. And I didn't today. I did not use shave cream today. But I can see where it would definitely help going straight down with it instead of trying to go up at angles and what have you and all that. So I might do that in the future, but I'm kind of happy with the way it turned out today. It feels good and nice and close. Hot day. It's going to be, it's North Carolina. It's July. Yeah, it's hot here. I have to get up on the roof next. That's why I've got my head covered. Didn't wash the hair this morning, so yeah, just teaming down the wildness. Because I'm going to get up on the roof and sweat, and I'm going to be trimming tree branches after the shave here. So I got to do that. I got my pole saw. I got my Ryobi cordless tree saw, 9-foot reach, and I'm going to be chopping back tree branches on my backyard that are like just touching the roof a little bit now. And the dogwood tree I have in front is so big it's got branches touching my roof too. So I'm going to trim those back a bit so we don't have any issues with my shingles, because I don't want to have to replace the shingles because that roof is only like, I don't know, it's less than 10 years old. It's probably about 5 years old ish, thereabouts, I'm guessing, maybe a little bit more, but it's a 50-year roof. So yeah, I put on a good roof. Those are thick tiles up there, thick shingles. Anyway, let's back to the shave. And of course, the soap itself is Taconic. Tequila and lime, if you can see that. Tequila and lime is the soap. My hand's still a little bit wet when I just touch the water. There we go. Oh, there's the seal on it. Let me break that seal. There we go. Put that back in the lid. Seal goes in the lid. And sometimes, yeah, they stick to the lid. Sometimes, they stay put on the thing here. Oh, yeah, they described on the website, it's described as a light or mild lime scent, and it is. Yeah, light, mild, very mild. So if you're not an overwhelming, you don't like a lot of like in your face lime scent, this is quite mild, quite nice. This is maybe a 1 out of 10, maybe stretching it to a 2 out of 10 strength wise. So it's not very strong. So yeah, I'm liking that. But my theme too is for the summer here, the spring summer, is to bring you more fresh, bright scents, and then fall winter I bring you the more earthy, dark scents, what have you too. That's the way I do it. You use what you want year round, doesn't matter. I'm just having fun with it, and in fact, this is the way they sell the stuff. So you're easier to find what they call it, in season scents than the out of season scents. So that it makes it easier for me to bring you something. So yeah, okay. Oh, that's probably a very generous almond size, but yeah, okay, close enough. There's still plenty for like 4 shaves in that little container. So obviously that's getting given away with a stack of others when I get enough. Let me see. I'm just scraping it off the spoon, which I'll set as well. Throw that in the sink because I'm going to wash that afterwards anyway. So I'm just very soft cream, and they said this is a shaved cream, and it is. It's very creamy, very soft, but it's supposed to, of course, still lather up nice. So I'm just spreading it out, make it easier for the brush to do it. So I'm just smushing it down. Super easy to do. Of course, I get a little dollop on my thumb here, so I'm just going to rinse that off here real quick. Put that down so I can rinse off my fingers. Okay, wipe that off on my washcloth. Now I'm going to take some water. There we go, a little application of water. I just want to give it one. The brush for today. I'm going to give it 2 shakes and squeeze, and I'll show you. 1, 2, squeeze. There we go. Ken Surf's brush. This is a brush that I won from when Ken Surf's had a contest. So it's who makes this brush? This is a DS Cosmetics brush. It's a summer edition 2023. And I won it, I don't know, year and a half ago or something like that. So there's that. Okay, and now I'm going to start here with my usual routine. And right now that's like a half a teaspoon. I can't tip it enough to show you, but there's a half a teaspoon-ish of water in there. So we're going to starting off with a light amount, and this feels kind of dry, but I have noticed this week, this DS Cosmetics brush is dense and holds the lather really well. Actually, very, very pleased with the performance of this brush. Now that I've used it a few times as well. Didn't mention much earlier, but now that I have used it enough and I'm noticing likes and dislikes, I like the performance of this brush. So yes, it is tiny. It's a smaller brush, but that's it's like makes it great for travel size too, or like everyday too. Really, I'd say it's tiny compared to other brushes. It's tiny, but it's definitely does the job. So yes, I'm very pleased with this brush and very appreciative that Ken had the contest that I was able to win. So yes, thank you. It was the first shave thing that I ever won myself. So very nice. But anyway, let's stop jabber jawing. Let's start spinning. Okay, that's 50. So yeah, it's spreading it out, it's starting to spread. Let's give it, I'm not going to give it any more water right now. Well, yeah, let's give it some water. What the heck? There we go. And when you do that, it's like a half a teaspoon per time when you're doing that. So just to give an idea. And I'm not, it's not accuracy. I'm just dipping just the fingers, not my hand in, and then coming up and dropping it in. That's how you add the water. Okay, it's building some more. That's another 50. So we're 100 swirls in right now. Going to reverse directions to counterclockwise. Okay, another 50 more in. It's starting to build lather now. Now we're seeing some effects here. So we're 150 in. Let's do another 50. Okay, we're 200 swirls in. Plenty of lather. I could stop now, but I do 250, so 50 more. Okay, 250 total swirls. That's what I do. I think only once have I done less than that, but yeah, I like doing my 250. Plenty of lather, very peaky, very nice. This, although there's not animal fat per se in this, this is not a vegan soap, I'm thinking. When I was looking at the ingredients, a lot of just natural products. They say it's an organic soap. So yeah, organic, nice. But there is honey in it, so organic honey. So I think that disqualifies it from being vegan, I think. I'll just splash the water on because now that I've been jabber-jawing, my face is a little dry. I like to put my soap on a damp face. There, I obviously already washed before I started my camera rolling here. And I use my usual Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements cube shave, pre-shave soap cube to wash my face. Very light, very mild, very nice lime scent. Really digging the lime. In this last time, I think I got like a total of 3 different lime scents. I think I've got one more. I've only got 2 soaps left in this batch I bought. So this morning before this, I ordered 7 more soaps. I also ordered a shavette and the blade, the Dorco blades that Paige used on the back of my neck in that shavette. So yeah, I ordered a shavette and those Dorco blades, which is a, what do you call those blades here? Artisan blades. I got those. And it said, the razor said, and it's just a $19.95 one from Maggard's, little house brand one of them, so nothing fancy. But it did say it could use those artisan blades or half a DE. But it did say the artisans would be better. And that's kind of what I was going for too. I really wanted one that I could use artisan blades on. That's my intent, is to use artisan blades and not to use a half a DE. Because for having it out like that, I didn't want the flexibility, just being the thinner steel on a DE, so I didn't want that. I wanted it to be more stout. And truthfully, I've never tried a shavette, so yeah, this is my first attempt at using a shavette. So when that comes in next week, it'll probably be here next week, I'm gonna imagine. You probably won't see it next week, but I'll plan a time to show you me using it as well after I've used it a few times. So yeah, not gonna do it cold and unpracticed and then have blood all over the, no, we don't want to do that. But it did go pretty good today with the straight razor. Straight razor just isn't my preferred method of shaving. I guess I've used it and I've tried it. Everybody was like, it seems to be people in surges, people try the straight razor, liking that whole idea. But yeah, there's a lot of work to them, keeping them sharp and honed and all that stuff too. So yeah, don't want to do that a whole lot. Or have the expense of the equipment to do that myself, or having to send it out, because yeah, you can send it out now, and that's probably what I would do now. Yes, I got a strop, and yes, I've honed it. No, I have used several times. Both my straight razors. And they seem to be working well. I do have a very old antique one that was given to me that needs some TLC, and that one I really do need to send that one away. I'm shaving my whole daggone face with this. Look at that. Jabberjaw's not thinking. Just going into autopilot. Let me just knock that down a little bit. There we go. My only kind of really complaint I have is these tend to come loose kind of easy. And I've got 2 and they both do. I don't know if the newest ones do or not, if they've rectified that or not, but what for mine, yeah, I have to check them. Okay, I'm just checking here. One spot right there. It's gone, got it. But this razor is phenomenal. The best I've ever used for getting up tight underneath the nose with comfort. I've got another razor, of course, that will get in there tight too, but I've hurt myself with that razor. So overall comfort and being able to get in tight, hands down, Leaf, twig. That's the razor. So, but now let's switch back to that Gillette Black Beauty. We'll finish the half a face here on that setting 7. Getting up nice and high. Because, yeah, I got a very close haircut. It was a medium fade. Like the back of my neck was like fully shaved down, and but it was trimmed all the way up with with bare clippers, like a third of the way and all that have you. So yeah, I've got a very short haircut right now. It's the way I like it here in the South in the summertime, because it's stinking hot and muggy. Don't forget muggy. It's the South where we get muggy too. It's funny, they had a heat wave when we were up in New Hampshire for 3 days. It got to like low 90s. And they said muggy for up there apparently because it wasn't South muggy. Our mugginess is at least like 60%. And summer, of course, if there's any rain around, then it jumps up to 100%. It's like, yeah, they had this, so it really wasn't bad. But it was nice to have an air conditioner at night. I can tell you that sleep, that part was nice. So thank you, Sean and Valerie. Okay, there we go. So pass 1 was with the grain. Pass 2 here will be across the grain. Let's see here. And when I started using this razor too, or back before I had my fat boy or my slim, I did have color in my hair then. I mean, it wasn't as thick and coarse and gray, and I was using what's the blade? What's the blade? Astro blade, Astro Green. That's what I was using in this razor on the setting 7. And I jumped to the Gillette Silver Blue at that same level, so it's like a step up, but keeping the level. Well, for me, level 7 just works. And how do I know that? How do I know that I like 7 better than 8? As far as overall comfort and closeness of shave. So it's a combination of all that. Yes, level 8 gives me a tick more closeness, but there's a price to be paid. And how do you know what that price is? You use an alum block afterwards. You'll see the difference. You'll feel the difference with the amount of sting you get. That's why, one of the other reasons why I really highly recommend an alum block, because it'll let you know how you're doing. If your face feels okay, or if you feel like a little roughness, use that, and you're going to get a world of sting. But also healing as well with that. So yeah, I definitely highly recommend an alum stick. Experienced or beginner alike, get an alum stick. Really get one. Okay, pass 2 was across the grain. Felt very nice and comfortable. That lime is, I'm really enjoying that lime. It reminds me sort of like the Maggard's lime, but just not near as strong. The Maggard's is a more robust lime scent in it, and I really like that Maggard's lime. For me, it's the lime. If I'm going to buy a lime shave soap, that's the one I go after. I get that one. Gobs and gobs of soap here. Gobs of soap. And I'm just stacking it on there. Layering it on thick. Just to show you that, yeah, I can. There we go. And do I really, this thick? Not necessarily, no, for my daily shaves, especially if it's a week or a work day here and I'm, just get my shave done and don't want to spend a lot of time. But it's Saturday. I can take the time. So yes, there's people that say, well, you take it so daggone long to shave. I'm enjoying my shave. And you guys are along for the ride. So yes, I do enjoy this. I have fun with it. I have fun with the equipment. I have fun with the soaps and what have you, and all the various accessories. It is a hobby of sorts, because yes, I collect the razors and what have you. But I only keep the razors that I really enjoy. It's pretty stinking close, but I'm still going to do a little buffing pass afterwards. Oh yeah, that's nice. 1, 2, so 3. So I do like 3 over the top middle there of my Adam's apple, and then 3 on each side, and then kind of whatever on the edge. Yeah, this one I can tell needs more. It needs definitely needs a buffing pass. This one not as much, but this one, yeah, definitely more so. Typical of the case, this is my offhand. This is my strong hand side. So yeah, let's go to the offhand side first. Just throw some water on that to wake up the residual slickness of this soap. Right along there. Oh, right there. Oh, still one. It's being stubborn. I'm probably going the wrong angle. Not getting my angle right. Let's flip it around. Yeah, it's gone. Okay, good. Now let's go the other side. Now, I haven't done an unboxing in a while, but my next delivery I'll probably do an unboxing because that way I can show you the shave that I got and some other things that I got that I haven't done in a while, but I'm going to do again just because I wanted to. So yeah, so let me pause and wash the face. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am back. Turning on the cold water in the tap here to give a couple of splashes of cold water here. You do that. Okay, there's that. And let me grab my alum stick. That would damp. There we go. A little sting of pie there. Okay, a little tiny sting. Okay, little stings down here. Where's the expect in the neck? Yeah, I always expect them in the neck. A couple of stings. Nothing outrageous or anything. Nothing to make me cringe. But they're there. They make you feel alive. But yeah, highly recommend an alum stick. I'm saying this sucker lasts me a couple of years. I'm using it 4 times a week. So yeah, you get this big bang for the buck out of that thing. Right, let me dry that off a little bit here. And I've mentioned before too, yeah, I've got, what brand is this? This is a Mula brand towel, and it came as a 2-pack, so I have 2 of them. Only shaving towels I have, so I rotate them out. You know, so it always looks like the same one, it's the same color, it always looks the same, so, because that's all I have. All right, I know, amazing that I only have 1. Or, you know, 2 of those. But anyway, that felt good. I'm not going to use an aftershave because, say, I'm getting up on the roof next and all that, so I'm going to clean up afterwards, and then I'll use an aftershave. But I've used my alum, so I don't need to use the aftershave. If I didn't use the alum, then I would be using an alcohol-based aftershave just for that antiseptic properties, as well as, of course, smelling good. But I don't care if the bugs think I'm smell good or not, too. It does attract the bugs outside, so yeah, I don't want to do that. So, but I hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. And oh, I didn't mention too, this was the razor that I used on my trip north when I was gone for a week. So yes, that's the razor I brought with me. And I brought the twig too as well. And yes, I had to carry on only. And yes, TSA did stop me and check my bag. I mean, as soon as they pull our bag, I know what they're looking at. They sell the razors and they want to check them out. So yeah, I was talking to the guy. He was intrigued by it. But yeah, he opened them, made sure there was no blades in them, all that stuff. So yeah, so got to travel safe. But with that, hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe and go with God.